Students, welcome to the subject Database Management System. Today's session is session number 34 and the topic is Relational Model Constraints and Relational Database Schema. So far, we have discussed the characteristics of single relation. In a relational database, there will typically be many relations, and the tuples in those relations are usually related in various ways. The state of the whole database will correspond to the states of all its relations at a particular point in time. Fourth, there are generally many restrictions or constraints on the actual values in a database state. Point number 5. These constraints are derived from the rules in the mini world that the database represents, as we discuss in chapter 1 in section 1.6.8. Point number 6. In the present section, we discuss the various restrictions on data that can be specified on a relational database in the form of constraints. Categories of constraints on the database. Constraints on database can generally be divided into three main categories. 1. Inherent model based or implicit constraints. Second, schema based or explicit constraints. Third, application based or semantic constraints or business rules. Now, categories of constraints we'll study more detail. Inherent model based constraints or implicit constraints. Constraints that are inherent in the data model. Schema based constraints or explicit constraints. These are the constraints that can be directly expressed in the schemas of the data model, typically by specifying them in the DDL, that is data definition language. We have seen in DDL 2.3.1. Continuing, categories of constraints. Third, application based or semantic constraints or business rules. Constraints that cannot be directly expressed in the schemas of the data model and hence must be expressed on and enforced by application programs or in some other way. Now, first we'll study inherent model based or implicit constraints. The characteristics of relations that are discussed in section 5.1.2, that is the previous sessions, are the inherent constraints of the relational model and belong to this category. For example, the constraints that a relation cannot have duplicate tuples is an inherent constraint. Second, schema-based or explicit constraints. Constraints we discuss in this section belong to this category, namely constraints that can be expressed in the schema of the relational model via DDL. Third, application based or semantic constraints or business rules. These constraints are more general and relate to the meaning as well as behavior of attributes and are difficult to express and enforce within the data model. So they are usually checked within the application programs that perform database updates. In some cases, these constraints can be specified as assertions in SQL. SQL will study in chapter number 7, that is structured query language. Another important categories of constraints is data dependencies, which include functional dependencies and multi-valued dependencies. Point number 2. They are used mainly for testing the goodness of the design of a relational database and are utilized in a process called normalization. The normalization chapter is chapter number 10 that will study types of schema-based constraints. The schema-based constraints include domain constraints, key constraints, constraints on nulls, entity integrity constraints, and referential integrity constraints. About this, we'll study more detail. Students, please write this PDF file in your notebook and study. If you got any doubts, you can give me a call. Thank you.